Kunkka used to counter TA really hard before, but it's not the same anymore, I feel like.
Well, we're gonna have to hear from our expert here, though, as we go now to Jenkins with his last word.
Hello, thank you. It's me again. On one side, we got Secret Zai on his Earthshaker. Now I'm on camera, that's good. Okay, we have Puppy, who's on his Enchantress. He's gonna be owning up the lanes. They're trying to snowball the lanes. We got Yapzor playing Wind Ranger. If they go late on Team Secret, they're gonna win. But you have to be careful because IG, you know what they have? They got Emo on Kunkka. They have Mars again. That's a great team fighter. These guys can win the team fights if the game goes late. You're not beating a Spectre in the late game. God damn it, you think you're beating a Spectre? That's a joke. You're a complete joke. But there's a dual core on Secret. So will the dual core be successful? Will we see a Spectre win another goddamn game? There's 26 seconds left. I thought this was a lot quicker. All right, on the other side, we have back to okay, Lifestealer. Actually, one very good counter to the Spectre. But guess what? You got to win early. Will that happen? I don't know. What do I know? You know who does know something? Moxie and Guy who doesn't have a beard. Take it away.
Thank you so much for that, Jenkins. My goodness, I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what was on his hands and his face and his belt. What happened over there?
Something happened in the last hour. He's just really excited about the game, just like us. It's going to be a really good match and maybe a better one for IG.
How do you feel about this Kunkka, though? Because everyone seems to have a bit of a differing opinion, not super keen on the idea, but it is good team fight, right? It's good positioning.
It is. It has great lockdown and control. It like sets up that kill for you. It's great. Going to be great against Wind Ranger support typically to lock her down and guarantee her death. It's going to be good against Earthshaker, good against Enchantress, but really bad against Lifestealer typically. And you might not always have the opportunity to kill TA either, especially once BKB timings come out. So if you can have a good laning stage, maybe get an early kill, maybe transition well, yeah, it can look really effective and they could do something good with it. But we might not see the same thing that we saw from Team Spirit when they played earlier today.
Now, one of the big things they always say in traditional sports is never give them a run back. And they allowed Secret to get the Enchantress again. It seemed like the panel felt very strongly about this pick, that it really helped solidify the lane.
It is really good, but we got to remember what happened in the last game. He got a super early first blood on Kaka because he approached the lane in a cool way with the creep, and they stunned with Matoma Man. You don't get a lot of first bloods like that right off the bat, and that's like the make or break thing for Enchantress. It's like if you can get those kills, those high-skilled mobility movements that score you lane kills that you're not supposed to get, then she does feel like the best laning support. But if you miss them, she's going to feel weaker, and her impact in the mid game is going to be a lot worse.
So is this a lot of pressure just being placed on Puppy himself to make sure he lands these particular stuns, slows, whatever, or is a lot of it have to do with the fact that IG is going to have to really step up and mess with them?
Yeah, I think there is some pressure on him, but as long as he doesn't die and he puts lane pressure, like harassing, that already does a lot. But I would say the game we saw last match with Enchantress,
yesterday,
that's your best case Enchantress laning stage pretty much. So I'd be surprised if we see another one.
All right. See the nice block over here in the mid lane. It's going to be Nisha versus Emo. Nisha really popped off last time. How likely is it that we're going to see something very similar again?
Well, they do have sort of squishy supports once again. The Lion as well as the Elder Titan. They're going to have to be a bit careful here, as he does get his Blink Dagger and his basically once he starts getting aggressive on the map. So that's a scary thing for sure. A lot of battling over camp stuff here. Kaka just trying to lower Puppy's HP so he can block the camp from spawning. He's already got the large camp blocked. Now just trying to run circles because he knows he's not going to trade as well as
Puppy. Just dodging in and out of the tree line. This is some next level peekaboo going on.
Kaka blocked it, so he accomplished his goal, but now he's got to get out. And this part
I don't know.
tough.
How does he get out?
Yeah. This is a nice advantage.
Oh, all right. 60-something hit points. Pops the salve. Easy peasy.
This is a cool movement or change for Enchantress. Rather than going for Enchant level 1, he's like, you know what? I'm going to change it up. I'm just going to get heal, and now there's absolutely no way you can out-trade me. That's one of the weaknesses for Lion. He's not the best trading hero. He's going to get speared to a wall. He's got heal, though. We'll see if he lives. It's going to be close.
Oh, he's trying to heal up. Is it going to be enough, though, Purge? That's the question. Is he going to make you look like a fool?
He had enough. The Tango usage and the ulti pop. So the only downside, though, heals a lot of mana, and he is out now. So it's going to be a little harder for him to fight, but he's got items coming.
Top lane, a lot of harass being put back and forth. This Especially with the Apser just plinking away. You know, the Wind Ranger got picked up, and I swear to God, I heard a creature just scream somewhere in the arena.
I heard it too. I didn't hear it, but I could feel my bones shivering. So I just knew something weird was going on in the stadium. I'm not sure what it was, but you know, honestly, in the drafting stage, I agree with some of the weird things, some of the questions about Wind Ranger. But Wind Ranger 4 against a double melee lineup, that looks great for me. So Ollie's not going to be able to abuse Astral Spirit and his high damage right click because he can just cast Wind Run and walk away. So it's going to make it pretty easy for a Wind Ranger to just put a massive arrows into Spectre.
This has got to be very annoying for Fly. Ollie doing the best he can, trying to pull the waves, trying to just make some more breathing room for the Spectre.
It's going okay. On the other side of the map, JT Mars, he's the last hit leader at the moment. He had a great game last game. I think he did a lot of the good things he needed to do to be successful, but one of the scary things about the IG lineup, again, is they're very burst heavy, and while Lifestealer's very difficult for them to chain, lockdown, and kill if he's able to cast Rage in time, his ulti is also a counter to burst damage, because it's not just going to be him defending himself, he can also pump a lot of HP into whoever on Secret gets gone on, so Lifestealer is kind of like doubly effective this game. I think it was a great pick.
Already starting to see Nisha's farm start to get a little bit higher here, has been stacking the camp off to the side each time. Have we seen any stacks moving around here? Oh, hold that thought. Puppey bottom lane. Again, these sprites just keeping them alive. Kaka has to be careful. They'll get the spike off. They finally hit Puppey, but they'll follow up with a kill on Kaka.
Very close. Matu almost gets the kill first, going a little better for JT, and that's a great hero to start off. Ooh, he's going the Meteor Hammer Mars build. That's going to be fun. We've seen this in some games, and I think this is one of the coolest things about Mars right now. His early item builds are super variable depending on the game, and what this one provides is better burst damage. It allows him to get solo kills, whereas normally he can solo kill like some squishy supports, but now he's going to be able to kill these like medium HP heroes as well. So he's going to be able to ulti, spear somebody to wall, drop the hammer on him, and so for a hero like Enchantress, she's got to be worried about this. If JT hits a good timing on this Meteor Hammer, she just can't really play that close to him anymore.
Your admiral is on board.
You can see the movement coming out, just making sure that they can grab those water runes for their mid laners. Evenly spread out. They're trying to find the perfect position. He's going to keep getting clicked here. Ollie. He's going to be fine. Just have some wards on him. And that's another thing, too, just discussing vision. I felt like in the first game, Secret really just took away a lot of the map and was able to put down great vision the entire time. The second that they showed up, Zai was there. Hold that thought, though, Ollie. Nah, he's fine.
They could have maybe got him a little lower, but not worth the mana to throw the shackle there. They're just going to keep his HP a bit low until he pops his self here. Cost him some money on his goal to do well as a support. And possible rotations. Yapster's just going to follow Ollie as well. Don't let him stack. Don't let him get stuff done mid. He even puts a ward down to spot where Ollie's ultimately going. They could use this opportunity to swing back top and pressure Fly some more, but for now, want to make sure they can cover the TA in the mid lane. Again, that's the hero they want to keep ahead. She's doing great. And now that Kunkka's 6, this is a timing where it makes a lot of sense for IG supports to rotate mid.
You can see everyone moving. Trying to protect the TA, trying to make something happen. Kaka. It's got the Hellblare creep. They're getting some body blocks. That's a decent amount of damage. It goes to the stun. Back up over on the side, though. Xbox spot into the Torn, into the boat. Plus the sleep over onto Nisha. He's got to get out of there. Pops the Fairy Fire. Can he get out fast enough? Emo's trying to be cheeky, throwing back that high five that Nisha has been throwing at him all game number 1. But not quite enough damage. Kaka. Ooh, he's taken down.
Well, you're fine, man, but he wanted to go back to the base. I get it. He's worried about something getting him. That was pretty funny. The power shot that hits, that's a kill. Didn't get it, though. So pretty even game. That was cool to see both teams get ready for either of them doing a rotation. They ended up initiating great on Kaka, but not enough damage, and then they barely keep Nisha alive. That was fun. In the meantime, Puppey jungling aggressively, going to block Ancient Camps to limit some of those stacks. Once again, using Enchantress as a way to offset that stack advantage that they might have had from earlier on, but now Nisha might be the one getting the same pressure on the other side of the map.
Ollie taking a couple hits from Nisha. So land the Echo Stomp Kaka for the opening. Land Spike over on the side. Power shot comes to Ollie. He needs to be careful. He's going too far. Hex comes out. Keep him alive. That was almost very costly.
Yeah, Yapzor was the clinch moment there. He was able to stun Emo from approaching there. Now he's the one in trouble.
Yapzor might be tanking this gank here. Is it even a gank? Stomp, sleep, and there's the kill.
Did make them spend a lot of resources though, so it's not the worst. Look at these double wards actually placed. This is a small mistake, maybe on the IG side, because they basically covered 2 of the same spots at pretty much the same moment, but on the bright side, lower chance they both get dewarded, so they're going to have great control over the tri-camp area if TA tries to farm there.
Both the cores over on the side of Secret and on IG, about even in terms of their CS currently. Does feel like we have, oh, there's a nice shackle with power shot. Kaka walks into some friends, or maybe not, they're necessarily friends.
It's a lot of damage actually. He had that enchant totem ready to go, so great pickoff. Now Fly being the one pressured top. No Echo Slam, so probably not a kill here.
Oh, the shackle, not quite.
Okay, if that's Echo, that's very likely a kill here. 3 points in power shot is going to be huge damage output right now for Wind Ranger. So even though he probably won't have a focus fire, they're in a good spot in terms of their scalability, and Zai can keep pressuring Fly. Anytime he comes forward, enchant totem, AoE damage, follow up. Fly's low. He wants to go for the kill, but he's gonna run a Fly back and forth, and he's got to worry. If there's just a power shot here, he's gonna die to the combo.
Meanwhile, haven't seen much of Matumba Man here. Just kind of a gentleman's agreement between him and JT. We're going to hit creeps. We're going to, harass a little bit. But JT, important to note, has that Meteor Hammer online.
Yeah, but the downside is that his ability to like spear into hammer it's not going to happen basically. The spear stun duration 2.8, you need at least 3 seconds of stun to chain stun them. So that means that Matumba Man's always going to be able to get rage off if he goes for this kill. So as long as Matumba doesn't have to worry about like Lion Hex for chain stun, then there's no way he dies. They can both farm pretty equally, and this is fine for Secret as long as they're getting other stuff done on the map. But at some point they will need to start crushing and getting kills.
I like how you mentioned that. You can see that Lion was already making the rotation down to the bottom area. First, Puppy's creep spots him and pushes him back, but nothing like just getting whacked by the servant of an enchantress.
Yeah, this is really annoying to deal with. Any Soman hero like this, you just run him at supports, he can't deal with this too well. Tranquil Boots is going to offset the regen, but like in 13 seconds and then time after that. So it just slows down all the pressure while Puppy gets a little bit of levels, and he's the perfect hero to sit down here.
Oh, the top lane, the shackle connects, power shot, gentle. They're going to immediately teleport people up though. Have to try to protect Fly's eye. Perhaps he's gone too far, he's turning back around. It's thinking maybe he wants to go back in, goes to the Echo Slam. He's got some life stealer inside, but pop right back out again. Ollie running away, Fly now sitting so very low, the shackle, it connects. Can they finish anything though is the question. Is Secret, they're putting down the pressure, but they haven't quite managed to win this war just yet. JT getting into position, the Torrent catching over onto Matumba. Emo trying to get some of that cleave damage off JT. Han comes out, Fly, they want Matumba Man, they get the Hex. They're gonna just follow up with the stun, with the arena. And that's a dead Matumba Man.
That was a long chase to get that kill, but they finally snag it. Only a 1k advantage, and TA's been hitting creeps the whole time, but I think the nice thing for Secret in that is that they got JT to TP to the top lane, and that fight ended up finishing about by the tier 1, which is kind of the direction he's going anyway, so it's not the worst for him, but Secret really made them work for that fight, and they did a great job covering each other as they were escaping. And that's going to mean that that gold advantage that they just got from killing Lifestealer is not going to feel nearly as strong. But ultimately, Secret's damage is just not quite high enough yet. It looked okay, they almost killed Spectre, but until Lifestealer gets his first item, his damage just doesn't feel that big.
Pressure being placed on the bottom tower with the Meteor Hammer, like you said. Need a little bit more disable in order to take them out too. But those towers are free game.
Yeah, and that's the other nice thing that Meteor Hammer provides to you. On the bright side, if they can keep drawing JT around the map to teamfight, he's not going to be able to take these towers super easily, but in the same moment, Lifestealer's top, slapping his own tier 1. So they should fall about the same time. So I'd say the game looks pretty even right now in terms of raw net worth. They haven't really let Kunkka get that much advantage. He's gotten 1 kill, 1 assist, so Emo is top net worth. He's happy. Also got an armlet, by the way. They're all going to have tons of armor and HP and strength. This is just like the item of the patch right now, or at least this tournament. And I think a lot of it comes down to like ET, maybe trending it a little bit. This super high armor, lots of HP, fighting early. It's a perfect item for that. So maybe part of the reason it's so popular.
I mean, this is just a patch in general where I think we're just seeing way more skirmishing way early. It's not one of those patches where people are sitting back and farming. And if you do, it's usually just the one. So perhaps that's it. But also, when you consider the way that both of these teams play, right? This is definitely a lineup where you're going to see, you know, a lot of action fairly early.
Yeah. And they're going to notice the camp being blocked now. Let's see if they end up getting the sentry, or sorry, cliff ward as well. Oh, they're actually not. I don't know if they would have checked the cliff anyways, but
Quite.
it's okay. Main goal was to deward the Ancients, and that's going to be accomplished here. So it'll be easier for TA to accelerate. But there's some pretty good separation between the Kunkka and the enemy team right now. He's pressuring. JT going to hammer cheese this one out as well.
Throughout the fort.
That was helpful. Yeah, it saves hundreds of HP on the tower. It's going to delay this by a lot. The hammer cooldown is pretty long, 24 seconds. And they're smoking on the secret side, looking for a possible setup here.
Also going to teleport Matumba Man in. Interested to see if he's going to hitch a ride. It's not.
That's cool. IG reads that one really good. On the bright side for Secret, though, they still didn't reveal their smokes. They don't know for sure that they were playing there. And now IG smoking towards bottom. Likely looking for TA, Earthshaker, something like that if they can.
There's no one home, though. They've all moved over to that mid tower. They've read this quite clearly on the side of Secret.
Double damage.
They're wandering around the pit. Oh my word, how many double damage runes has Nisha had today?
In his defense, he saved this one. It's maybe part of the reason they wanted to fight. Grabbed the DD, bottled it. They would have used in that previous fight. Here's
JT?
the scout, but it's going to be late, I think.
JT shackled to the tree. This is not looking good. The stop, though, coming out. Pop out again. Are they going to be able to blow up? Oh, there's the Echo Slam. They get the kill on JT. Secret going right in the Haunt for the Firefly. He wants to get in. They have the finger. Can they finish him off? Can they kill the top of it? They will. And they get the Aegis of the Immortal over onto Flyfly. Nisha, he does so much damage, but he's going to be denied immortality this time around. Zai trying to get them off of that spirit. And they'll go right in again. Emo, that's a big melt strike. Kaka went down. It's going to be Nisha who falls as IG striking back hard. Flyfly, though, there's a trap, there's a stun, there's plenty of damage. This spooky ghost will get taken down the first time. JT joining back. Oh, Zai, though, with the quick fingers. He doesn't care about your arena.
I mean, they got the Aegis stolen from them, but that was pretty good considering Dire also got the last hit. And it looked pretty solid for Secret. It looked like they were going to be able to finish it. They shackled JT. They killed him without him casting a single spell. That was the biggest accomplishment for them. But the downside was that Nisha started getting really scared that IG was going to haunt in and take the Aegis. So rather than finishing Roche, she just started hitting the Spectre illusion. And at that point, things got a little bit hairy. Matumba Man also ran out of the pit, infested there on Zai so that he could jump in to get some damage output. So then when he ends up running towards the Roche pit in trouble after using Enrage there, he's not able to infest an ally. He ends up getting gone on. Nisha's trying to buy some time so he doesn't get hit by the boat, and that just opened up IG a great opportunity to take this. But with that said, they cleaned up those supports very effectively. That Lion kill right there was huge. Otherwise, he repositions, he lands more disables. Instead, Secret's able to eke out a bunch of kills and actually make that feel about even. So not terrible for them, but I'm sure they would have preferred to have the Aegis for free. Picking up Flyfly as well at the end was really important. So IG's happy, but if we look at the scoreboard and the gold difference, it's still pretty even.
Still anyone's game, just plenty of excitement though, which is what I like out of my Dota games.
Me too. So now they're pressuring the mid tier 1. Puppy gonna take some creeps as well. A little torrent here. This is dangerous for Enchant.
Just poking the bomb with the boat. Do they have enough? The Shackle was in a good position. Oh, the Fissure, though, on the side, interrupting. Back again. Tumbler Toy going to be able to allow JT to reposition.
I like how Puppy plays Enchantress typically. He goes for that front line, I'm a healer type hero. That's what he wants to do in this game. Just be the one that his opponents go on, and maybe they ulti combo him, maybe they throw the boat on him like that. As long as he gets his heal up, likely going to survive. And that was the case there, easily.
Emo having to use that X marks the spot, but there's just a creep hitting their tower here. Hello.
And Solar Crested, so and plus 70
like,
damage.
What is this nonsense? Get out of here.
That was actually a lot of damage.
Yes,
it was pretty impressive.
It was.
All right, now he's got
sending another one.
Time for some shards. Here they come.
All right, here we go. Gonna cut that wave. Send the big old boy over here.
Dude,
Oh my gosh. Look at that. He stuns him.
my God, he did it.
Poppy.
Throws the stun out so his opponent
In
can't.
the bottom lane, though, they find a kill on Zai.
All right, they get something out of the map. That's good. 25 seconds, though, before Shaker comes back, and he's still going to have his spells, so not a bad loss there for Secret, considering their tower is still 3/4 full, and now they're taking away map control from IG. Once you lose that mid-tier 1, it's harder to control Roche. It's going to be harder for them to TP and back up their allies. It means pushing out the mid-creep wave feels more dangerous, and that's all dangerous stuff for IG. As Secret keeps getting farther and farther. Well, they're not that far ahead, but still, Deso and Blink on TA is a scary thing for these supports at the least. Ganking Lifestealer is really hard. So the fights, while their team fight's very good, IG's got to be a bit worried about pickoffs for a while here.
Which is funny, because that's usually how they like to fight over on the side of IG. They don't want to get jumped. And as I say that, they found themselves Kaka. Stomp, though, buys a bit more time. Can hear a Shackle on the back lines. Ollie is going to be the sacrificial lamb. And that's the Blink Dagger picked up for Lion this time. So already, this game shaping up a bit differently here for IG.
I do like how Secret approached that, though. They're ready to take the fight. They run Enchantress way in the front, pops the heal, and then IG expects like a full committal, so they pop Haunt there. But the reality was, like, the Haunt just ends up being kind of wasted. So they still get their pick-off kill. Their heroes are pretty happy. Everything's going fine. Now Secret finally getting a gold advantage. TA surprisingly just going even with Kunkka at this point in the game, because Emo's been farming so fast. And it's a beautiful Heaven's Halberd game. That was his item choice. Amazing item against the TA. Pretty good against Lifestealer as well if you can cast it at the right time. And their teamfight's only going to get better. I assume he's going to go for the old water park build with Ags and Shard.
I do love a good water
we'll see.
bender. Yeah, Absor throws out the Shackle, just warning off.
That was good he did that.
Nearby.
He would have gone next otherwise, and his chances of surviving that combo were low. So, slow down the rotation. There's also an Ags up on Spectre, though, so he's ready to also join these fights. This is where things get scary. JT actually going to go TP. Looks like they want to fight somewhere else. Killing Puppy seemed a little too hard for him. And even though he's got that Meteor Hammer build, we just haven't really seen it used outside of killing buildings so far.
Ooh, an Infest Bomb pop, and now they're going to try to lock him into place, and they'll get the kill on Fly. Smoke over on the side of IG. They were hoping to make something happen. Like you said, they had that Aghanim Scepter completed. But jump forward, JT is over to the wall. They get the stun. The sleep, the boat's coming out. The Earth Splitter as well. They hit 3. Over inside the Echo Stuff coming out from Zai, but it's already too late for Puppy. Somehow Nisha's still alive. Ollie, though, is in a world of hurt as JT is forced to throw the spear out against the tree. And IG will back.
Put a lot of resources into that. And most importantly, what it was is that Refraction was pretty much almost off cooldown by the time they won on him. So they got Nisha low. He pops the Essence Ring. He knows he's the guy to kill in these fights. Between Essence Ring and the new Refraction charge, after that boat hits, he's able to reset and his team backs him up. So they get a lot out of that. A lot of big spells were used on the IG side. They'd killed Spectre earlier, and they pick off the Elder Titan, all exchanged for an Enchantress. Not a huge loss here. And Enchantress is only going to get harder to kill. He hasn't bought Locket yet. He's got a Solar Crest. He just picked up Untouchable at level 9 because he just knew it wasn't that important earlier. So he's just going to be even harder to kill when he frontlines.
Net worth still fairly even between the two mid players here. 11k on Kunkka, 10k over on this Templar Assassin, and they're making moves on the side of IG. Got JT, he's going to be making his way over, letting Kaka lead. They know that Nisha probably is in this area. Kaka not going to go quick enough. It's going to disrupt the vision, though. Follow up with the Hex. They have the Shadow Step. Fly joining on in. Torrent comes out. Can they finish him off the sleeve? Nah, Nisha goes down.
It's a great catch.
They're looking for someone else. They found themselves a Puppy. Come back, Puppy, says Fly. We're not done just yet.
And there's the negative. If they can catch your heroes one by one and separate you, that's where IG can run you down so easily. Especially with the Ags on Spectre. Can haunt one fight, use Shadow Step for the other one. The dagger is such a good vision tool. You can just stay on top of the TA and get JT to follow up. These Blink daggers are really powerful for IG right now.
JT on the hunt. Tumba in, though. Let's finish up the Silver Edge. Zai just right outside. They go for the Shadow Step, though. They want to get rid of this Earthshaker. Follow up the Meteor Hammer. Not going to be able to quite connect as they do clean up over onto Ollie. Zai does eventually fall. Got the Gale going. Kaka. Oh, the Shackle. Oh, Kaka's dead. And it's looking like we should probably be able to see the escape, but...
Run out of stuns there. Earthshaker is like 85% of their stuns. He dies in the top set there. I like how Matumba did that. He goes for the Silver Edge after the armlet. He's just running around looking for these easy support kills. If he catches either Lion or the Elder Titan, it's a pretty easy kill if he starts on melee range. And that's what the case was there. Just a bit unfortunate they didn't have another Disable to stop or kill Kunkka. That would have been a great pickup.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, I'm sure Emo is feeling very lucky and very happy that they weren't able to get their hands on him.
Yeah, he's pretty survivable now. Picks up a plate mail, so not going to go the water park build, unfortunately. All about keeping his hero survivable. And there's a lot of physical damage that's perfect for him.
Some pressure placed on Emo. They send the Hellbear Smasher after him. He's just going to back up, rejoin with the team. I wouldn't be surprised to see... Yeah, I was about to say, I bet we're going to see another smoke.
Saw the Gale Force for the first time in that last fight. It was pretty fun. And it's so good when your opponents are trying to retreat, typically, because it just gives you, it basically like stuns them for a second or two if you can Gale in the correct direction. Lands those easy, it gives you those easy shackle shots. And now Puppey and Secret going to do the same thing. IG's position, they know Roche is up soon. This is going to be the Shard one.
There is a BKB completed.
Ooh, this could be Matumba Man in trouble top.
Matumba Man, he's baiting in. They'll follow it up, but no way. Gale Force coming in hot. This is looking bad for Ollie. He's going to get power shot at JT too. He just gets obliterated as a follow-up. Emo, he's tanky. We talked about this. He's going to just try to crawl away, but there's so many people holding him into place. Kaka does fall offside the screen. He's forced to just teleport out. Oh, he can't. He's going to be stuck here. They throw out the high five. Come on, give us the high five. Let's go, Emo. You're going all the way back to your base in a body bag.
I'm surprised that fight was so one-sided, but it started off well. Mars dropped his ulti. That was, I guess, the most obvious part. He almost catches Lifestealer, but he gave him just a little bit too much time. He's able to infest the Earthshaker and get out of danger even though Enrage was gone. And once that was wasted and they whiffed their initiation, the rest of the fight was going to be really hard.
There it is. There's the first Roche of the game going over to Nisha.
And that's going to give net worth separation. 1,400 free gold for TA for the silence traps. That's going to be really dangerous for Lion. If he ever plays in the area of TA and he walks over a trap, he's just dead. It's going to get silenced and TA is going to 3-shot him. No difficulty until he gets the Ghost Scepter.
Purge, I'm pretty sure it's already scary to be a Lion in this game.
It really is. But for these top pro players, they're going to be quick to react most of the time. Matumba Man gets spotted here from the sentry and Ollie's running for the hills. Maybe they can turn this around and get a kill though.
They have to be very careful in the way that they position. Look at this, the way that Secret, they immediately sweep to the side. IG lurking over in the shadows, looking for the perfect initiation. Zai, though, he's going to get initiated upon. There's no JT. With that Infest Bomb, the Gale Force. Oh, the Shackle. He's just dragging the Sea Captain back. Mars, he's going to buy back all of the Earth Spy and go to follow up with the Arena. They're doing so much damage, they're going to be able to take down Matu. Kaka now running for his life. Nisha's just got too much damage. The buybacks are coming out. The Echo from Zai buys him just enough time. But then they turn it around again. Puppey just getting cut by the rest of the side of IG. They strike back furiously.
That was pretty solid for IG for what they wanted, but it did cost them 2 buybacks, one on Mars and one on Kaka, but they were able to kill Matumba Man. He committed Infest earlier just to initiate so he could jump in with the Earthshaker. And at this point in the game, I'm beginning to doubt that a little bit in terms of effectiveness. I mean, he's already got a Silver Edge. Obviously, they're playing a Sentry Wards a lot, but I can't help but think I would prefer he initiates that way instead. Let's take a look at the start of the fight. Nisha gets X'd. They kill JT instantly. And at this point, when things look bad, JT buys back. Because they can put a lot of pressure into Kunkka, but he's really hard to kill. And when they get that sleep setup and that spear onto Matumba Man, he is super dead. Kaka gets cleaned up on the back line. ET gets pressured, but Zai gets X comboed. He gets pulled back into this. The Meteor Hammer lands on 2, which was amazing. Great comboing there. But 2 buybacks is going to make the fight a little closer to even.
Emo in the mid lane. Nisha wanders by. A little bit of a Gale Force wind. He's a sea captain. He can deal with that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He's used to the powerful winds. But you just can't pressure this guy. He is so tanky. He's got almost 40 armor on a strength hero. He's got to be like the guy you ignore, I can't help but think. But that's the tough thing. Usually the mid players are a little squishier, these spirit type heroes, but these strength tanky ones are a little bit different. The real goals on Secret, you got to kill JT, I think. He's by far the best disable on the IG side. And obviously the supports as well are great pickoffs. So once you get those guys dealt with, the supports and ideally JT, the other two are easy to work down if you have a hero advantage.
Look at the dedication that IG is putting on the map to make sure that they're rid of just any vision, like those TA traps. They're just playing Minesweeper at this point, and also just trying to protect themselves from this Lifestealer. Right on top of a trap here.
That's some good info, but JT is not necessarily the guy they want right away. The silence there ends up stopping Kunkka's X combo. But here they go.
The backline, the Echo Slam comes out. Ollie! He just immediately then followed up with the upright of the Guild Force, blowing everybody away though. Kaka tries to run out. They'll be able to get the kill over onto Zai, but he's already done what he needs to get done. Yapzor X'd back. Emo, he's a tanky person. Looking for the stomp. Fly, he's gonna try to create some kills. He's trying to just get away as fast as he can, but Kaka not gonna be as lucky. So they'll turn around again. Yapzor falling. They're going right after Matu. Matu's not looking too great. Is he gonna be able to hide? They have so much vision everywhere. That was the problem. Looks like he is going to survive.
He is so fast there when he rages. So they sort of win another team fight. 6k gold for them, and the TA's Aegis is just not something that IG ever wanted to put effort into. And it's kind of interesting, but hey, it's allowing Nisha to basically do what he wants in the fights, hit those supports, prevent Kaka from getting a Ghost Scepter. Because if he had this in the last two fights, the fights do not go well for Secret. So the fact that they're continuing to keep him down is a big advantage.
Some nice neutral items dropping here as well. Did you know, I believe this is the first TI that we have neutral items.
Really? That's interesting. Because we've seen a couple phases of neutral items so far.
We have.
All right, still playing the map aggressively. Matoma Man is looking for these easy ones. He's gonna hit on the creep wave. JT could go on him, but it's still really hard.
Look who's lurking nearby.
Oh, is he gonna hit him with the hammer?
Nice.
He gets him.
Does manage land. Little cheeky move. Just teleport on out. Just saying hello.
If he had one other support there, that they can actually get a kill with that. That would have been really cool. Either way, what better BM than landing a meteor hammer on the enemy hero when they don't know you're there? That was pretty cool.
Surprised we didn't see the high five coming out.
That's really dangerous. A great way to reveal exactly where you're standing. There's times for it. That was not one of them.
Important to note, another big item coming out for the side of Secret. We have the BKB picked up now for the Earthshaker.
Yeah, that one's big. I love always using Fey Grenade. It's one of the best items for Earthshaker neutral. You just use Enchant Totem, you throw the Fey Grenade out, so you get basically 2 Enchant Totems. The first one, the Fey Grenade one, doesn't count. It's a huge amount of damage, especially against the supports. That's very spooky for IG. But now that he has the BKB, he can continue being as aggressive as he wants, but he's going to be able to retreat afterwards. Run out of any X worries, or the Mars ulti, or the Stomp. Zai's going to get multiple rounds of spells this fight, almost for sure.
Look at this, though. Look at the win probability. It is still anyone's game, even though there's a 6k net worth lead going over to the side of Secret. And the later that this game goes, the scarier it's going to become for Team Secret.
Yeah, that's true. Spectre as a late game carry is just so strong, because any damage you take is going to get reflected in almost all circumstances. And now it's time for the Ags on Kunkka. It's going to be great against the Wind Ranger, the Enchantress. Once again, he puts a little pressure on Yapzor top, just popping the reality, or the Shadow Step for that one.
You can feel the way that IG are just holding together very tightly. They know that their Spectre can join them in any sort of fight that breaks out. So,
Man, Puppy's quite far in this game. This is one of those matches where he's just hitting creeps constantly. He bought the Shard. He's got Holy Locket. He's constantly going to have some spirits flying around him. He got the heal talent. His whole goal is stay alive in the fights. And it's looking pretty viable right now, honestly. They don't have the best ways to just kill him right off the bat. So as long as he gets his heal off, he should be able to keep his lifesteal and others alive. But the gold advantage is still pretty flat. Secret just going to be looking for an opportunity, maybe a pickoff. but they've got Roche control. That's the big thing, and it's coming up kind of soon.
They have the Roche control, but they also just picked up some more items over on the side of IG here. We now have the Aghanim Scepter completed. We're going to have the Torrent Storm, the Water Bending, and it's going to be a bit more dangerous for them to fight around the pit if they get the initiation off in time. Granted, they do have BKBs. The jump forward, though, they found themselves Anisha with the Torrent, going to put them over. They use the finger, and they have the damage to take him down. And this is looking like a dead puppy, too. The sleep comes out, all the water out. Again, the high five being thrown into the air.
Very close. The Fissure might have bought him some time there to survive. He could have gotten the BKB off potentially and escaped on the TA, but unfortunately it was just a little bit off. Wasn't able to catch JT from throwing the spears, so two big pickoffs, and that's a big gap close in terms of net worth now. Those IG pickoffs everybody's been talking about paying off hugely there.
That's how they like to play. They're allowed to play it, but this is not looking great here for Fly. That Gale Force wind, he's trapped! Birds in the wind's not his friends.
And the Yaps are paying off, right? He's been spending constant time top, pressuring with power shot from a safe distance, and he's still contributing with the Gale Force there, keeping them separated. So Matoma Man got an item coming out. It's going to be the Basher now. It's going to make it even easier for him to kill those supports. Might be able to catch them before they go Scepter, for example. But for people with high net worth, it's all those cores, the carries and the mids, all sitting about equal. The game's still up for anybody. But that pickoff was huge. That's going to make it so IG can't take Roche right now.
Gotcha.
They should probably take advantage of it because the Templar Assassin is about to respawn. They're going to try to play the vision game, though. They've got a gem online. Matu walking into the pit, and they have to be careful. This Elder Titan. I said Earth Elemental. Good lord.
He's an Earth dude. It's okay.
He's an Earth Elemental, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He created Earth.
Torrent landing on 2. They're going to try to finish it off quickly. The risky, the shackle, the pushback. They just go. They get it. Gale Force wind hitting on 4. It is so breezy today as they follow it with an arena. The silence landing over on the 3's eye is just chasing them down one by one. The push over again. Follow up the boat. Pop B side step. Easy peasy. Do manage to go, and they'll try to put out some more damage with that illusion with the Spectre chasing after Poppy, but it is too late.
I looked away for a second. All of a sudden, Roche was dead, but it kind of makes sense. Lifestealer does huge amount of damage. Tia has insane minus armor right now. But I think my favorite thing about that fight is after the Gale Force clumped up IG so much, Zai blinks to the high ground with the Fissure, and I was like, oh, he's running into Echo. He didn't actually have it, but I love that he moved in to make it seem like he was going to.
Purge, what's the weather like today?
It's cold, very windy. I've been rained on many times today, and Kaka is not liking it. That's what I gotta say. But
no, indeed. It's a little too windy for the liking of IG.
This Ward's doing a great job spotting out Secret, making them feel scared going high ground, but not Puppy. Turns the heal on, he runs at his opponents. Go ahead, guys.
You could hold those sprites, oh my word.
I mean, his heal's incredible right now. I've done the math before on this Nature's Attendance skill, and it's insane how much heal it puts out. If it's not like 4 heroes hitting him, he's not dying.
I don't think 4 heroes want to hit him. I think they have much more important heroes to hit.
Mid tier 2 just being pressured by Anisha alone with that Aegis. They did get an Egg Shard Blessing, by the way. That went on Lifestealer. It's going to be very helpful. You know, I used to be a hater of the Sags, but I played with it recently. It feels great because you've got a 20-second cooldown and being able to jump in an opponent. Normally it has to be an ally. Now it's like, no, whoever's killing you.
The initiation going, and immediately the Echo Slam coming up from the side, but they all get hit with the Torrent. That's going to be the Aegis just immediately got high. It's taken down. There's less control now. So Echo Scepter coming in. Puppy, is he going to be able to make it out? It's not looking great, but over onto the back lines. Nisha, he's been disarmed. He's got the BKB, and still he's just taken out.
Incredible team fight for IG.
Oh, they're not done. They want Matu. They get there fast enough, though, is the question. Do they have the lockdown? JT, he wants this kill, but rest a secret. Will retreat.
I'm sorry, they put the eggs on somebody else. Who's got it? I'm very confused. It must have been stolen. They must have gotten it on the IG side.
No. It's on Zai.
Oh, it's on Zai. Oh, I'm sorry.
Zai.
My bad. That's the one here I didn't click on. He did have it queued up before. Probably just called for it. It's very good on Earthshaker too, but in that fight, IG got a great pick off. Speared them right to the tower, picks off Earthshaker, no BKB able to be activated there. And that's not how he wants to start the fight.
Is not indeed.
Toma's gonna have to farm his own dang items, unfortunately. He'll get there though. Well, Spectre's really farmed though. Scotty Aggs, Manta, 4,000 gold in the bank. That's a good place to be, I gotta say. He's got 4,000 health at the moment. It's gonna take a long time to eat through that. But with that said, they do have Silver Edge, so they've got ways to make it easier.
The later this game goes, the nicer it looks for the side of Invictus Gaming.
Other than the 10k gold advantage, yes. I totally agree. It's scary. But they still have, like, their team fights are still a little hard to execute. Mars' abilities, excellent if you can land the spear, but it can be a little hard. Kunkka combos, until you get like a Hex or something, you're always gonna have to play around your allies, basically. And against this many BKBs on the Secret side and a Lifestealer, it's gonna be difficult to land those combos. So as long as Secret keeps out farming them on the map, it looks pretty good for him.
That Centaur with no respect here on emo. Get that out of here, he says.
No vision as they walk over traps.
Well, they had a gem,
okay.
But it got,
They
there
got
it is, they have it.
Mars is fine, he's got it. They'll clear up all these traps.
Take back their outpost.
Yeps are still doing the same thing, playing top lane, pushing it out. This is a good move, because then him or somebody else can threaten the rack.
Pops the BKB to avoid the windy weather. Go for the shadow stab, though, throw up the arena. Yapsor, he's making them work for it. Making them burn some big spells. But he does fall.
Oh, Flyfly jumps bottom actually on
sees
Nisha.
himself a Nisha. Nisha popping his own BKB. He says, I want to get the heck out of here.
Drops in. Please, cancel your TP. Safe thing to do for Nisha there. Just pop that BKB and run. This is the nastiest thing about Scotty. It is an incredible slow against any ranged hero. So TA is super hard countered by it. Because anytime you hit him, whether you pop BKB or not, you're not running away. So he's kind of forced to BKB TP almost every time. Even though there wasn't quite somebody there in time to interrupt the stun, it was by far the safest thing to do.
Secret realizing that the side of IG in the bottom area will be able to reclaim yet again. It's all about trying to keep control of this map, right? Especially when you're Team Secret. The fact that they have a Spectre, Spectre wants to be able to go hit these creeps, continue to farm, is so utterly important.
And that's the nice thing as well. They can just drag IG around the map ideally, and that's what they've been doing. They keep pushing top with Windranger. There's occasionally a gank bottom, but it wasn't just Spectre, other heroes TP'd, and that just means Secret can now go hard on the top lane again. So they retake the Shrine. Puppey plays in the middle area. That way, if anybody that's gone on, it's him. He has lesser net worth, isn't as important, is harder to kill. So it just means IG has to spend a lot of time running back and forward. So as long as Secret doesn't overcommit to bad fights or engage in one of these poor engagements, then they should farm a little faster than their opponents. And that's why they've been able to stay even.
Do have a smoke coming out from the side of IG. They want to take advantage and try to gain some of their ground back because it's been very difficult. Puppey not necessarily the one that they want, but the rest of Secret playing very far back, baiting Puppey.
I love that he put his creep here. That way if the smoke breaks, he's going to see uphill. Make it a little safer for him to live.
Oh, it's going to end off here. Go, follow the shadow step, the Gale Force wind coming in, but they have the burst damage. Zion to the back line, so with the Infest Bomb, we'll be able to clean up on Kaka. Air Splitter gets dropped. Secret backing off.
All right. Good disengage, a little bit of a trade there. I like how Puppey didn't even pop his heal. He knew he was super dead there. that was a little too much damage for him. But getting a little support pickup, that's the crucial disabler, the one that makes it by far easiest for IG to win a team fight. So taking him off the map is going to mean that Nisha and Matoma Man can farm more aggressively right now if they wish. And now it's basically Nullifier territory for the Secret lineup. Those are it's the item that's going to counter all of the Ghost Scepters or other evasive items that IG are using to be effective. Mars is going to miss having a Ghost Scepter, I gotta say. He does have BKB now, so he's got some solution, but...
Mars does have a Ghost Scepter.
No, I mean, but Nullifier is gonna nullify...
Oh, right.
I didn't mean to say nullify it, but you know what I mean. Once he's got BKB, it's gonna provide good protection from Nullifier, but if they can get pickoffs on, like, Lion at the start of every fight, that's gonna be really good.
All right, well, take a look at that net worth between the cores here. It is just so neck and neck.
It is. It's a really close game. Roche up could respond. Roche could respond in 20 seconds here.
It'll be very important that they're able to take out the Elder Titan before they get in. They just have so much AoE team fight on the side of IG. It's very scary for the side of Secret, but there's some pressure being placed over in the top lane. See Nisha's poking over at Emo back and forth. They're smoked up.
I kind of feel like IG has 2 plays now. They either like disable pick off somebody, or they just wait out the or fight through the BKBs, try to stay alive, and then drop mega strong Kunkka abilities. But Zai almost going high ground. Just really thinking about it.
Coming out from the side of IG. They're hunting.
They see
Zai. The Yapsor is going to be the first person that they spot out. Follow up with the fissure, the shadow step, and that is going to be a dead Yapsor. Do they get anything else? That was the question. Yes, they do. They found themselves a Nisha, and the jump forward again. Echo Slam comes out. They'll get the kill on JT. Followed up with the Gale Force winds. My God, it is just a tempest going on over here. JT buying back. X marks the spot over onto Poppy. They have a decent amount of damage. They're going to follow. They get the shackle up, though, over on the side. Kaka falls. Emo chasing after Poppy, another buyback. This Lion is not happy to be sent back to hell, and he wants to be a part of this fight. The Roche is going to be coming up soon. They do not want to allow Secret to get their hands on that Aegis.
Yeah, very important you're alive here. So JT comes back. He runs right for his gem. It looked a little scary there. It's a good moment to throw up the shield and run away, back away very slowly from Secret, but small gold advantage with those buybacks, and they're just going to start it.
They just walk right into the pit. Torrent tossed out. Got the vision. Follow the Gale Force right into sleep, and oh, the Force now. Is it going to be enough? Do they have the vision? They go jumping right back in again. Side, they have it. They'll turn around. The silence. Everything coming out now. They'll take down Kaka. There's the stop. It's beautiful as they go right back in, and they're just dishing out too much damage. They'll take out Zai. Emo now forced to run. The shackle connects. He'll be next to fall. They get another step. Fly, just cutting way over onto Nisha. Is he going to be able to stay alive? He's going to be. No, he's not. Downhill. Go. They'll follow up and get themselves a kill on JT. Buybacks a mass coming out from the side of IG.
They got to buy back. They can't let this Roche go down. But with that said, Secret's going to hit it. Lifestealer was the crucial kill there. They had to get him. They had a great setup. They landed a stomp. They landed a stun. They spear him to the back wall, but they just couldn't gap close and finish him off. Here's that fight. It was Torrent first. They go for stomp. They go for impale. That push from the Wind Ranger just made it hard, and the double shackle as well. Landed on Lion and Emo. As a result, Matumba gets rage off. He starts lifestealing. He kills the supports, and then he gets an invest on his ally. His HP slowly going up there. And finally, they're able to start picking off heroes when he pops back out. Emo again shackle shotted by Yapsor. Those disables so crucial for them to win the fight and grab the Aegis. And now they got another free X.
Oh, it's windy weather again. Gotta wear a warm coat. Emo, the break, the silence. Matu just chasing him down, gets a couple of these nice hits. Fly trying to assist, trying to help, but it's gonna be quite enough. All right, the force back, follow up and stop, nice force again. Uh-oh, this is not looking good. As that's gonna be the Aegis Puppy. Are they gonna be able to go in and save Matu is the question. It's pretty damn difficult. The Echo Slam though coming out from Zai, they turn again. Again, they just take down Flyfly, no buyback on the Spectre. Beautiful sleep coming up from IG, but Secret, they don't care. They're gonna take a short little nap after that, and they're gonna go right back in and get ya. Kaka's next to fall. Emo just getting thrown around by these Gale Force winds. The GG comes out. Team Secret just looking too damn dominant.
Absolutely incredible performance from Team Secret. They must be so happy right now. Man, that game was even for a long time, but they crushed it. Absolutely crushed it in those mid-game team fights. They force-staffed their allies. They glimmer-caped them. They bought them time to survive, and they won the fight.
Absolutely incredible. Just neck and neck the entire time. Just watching these two teams battle it out. Watching them play a game of cat and mouse the entire